everyone, how are you? It's me, Daddy May, and it's day 2 of Vlogmas. Welcome. And today I have my long, sparkly Santa hat, the one that I had wrapped around the tree playing tree skirt. So yeah, how are you? Okay, so today's vlog is late. It's still Wednesday, so we're good, but it's 9:37 p.m. and that's because after I got out of work today at 2 o'clock, I went over to my aunt and uncle's and we ended up going to pick up some of their Walmart items and Chick-fil-A for dinner. Yum, yum. So, and then after that, I stopped by my friend Steve's house and got some puppy therapy. He's got 2 dogs and I love them and I give them love-ins when I go over there. So I just got home. And what I'm going to do for today's vlog is answer some questions that were asked on one of my previous, in the comments of one of my previous videos. And I don't mind doing Q&A, so if you're seeing this and you have some questions that you'd like me to answer, things about me or whatever, let me know in the comments and I will write them out and answer them in another vlog. I think that's a good idea. So the first question is, if you could try something new, what would it be? There's a lot of things I could try, and honestly, one of the things that I have tried since being divorced is taking a long road trip on my own. I've done it twice now. One of them, I went to Tennessee to visit with my uncle. That's the furthest road trip I've ever taken on my own. And then the other one was a trip around Lake Michigan, and I spent the night in Escanaba. That was another long trip. It wasn't as long as Tennessee, but those were firsts for me because honestly, I didn't like driving before, and so my ex would always drive most of the time unless I was going to work or something. But something new, snowshoeing. I've never been snowshoeing. I hate winter right now, but maybe I could embrace winter and try snowshoeing. I'm going to try painting, and I say that's new because the last time I painted, I was probably in art class for school, but it's called one stroke painting, and a friend of mine that I initially met on YouTube is a certified instructor, so I'm going to take a lesson through him, and hopefully I'll be able to share that with you guys. So that's something new. Another question, and I don't think I'm going to get through all these questions because I'm already at 3.5 minutes. What do you like best about your job? Which is a new job. And I'm a pharmacy tech, for those that don't know, in training. And I guess, to be honest with you, I didn't know if I'd like it because it's working with the public. And I spent so many years in an office working in IT, behind the scenes, away from the public. So this is very new for me, and you know, dealing with customers or patients, we call them, sometimes they're a little grumpy, sometimes they're not, many times they're not. Thankfully, I haven't had to deal with too many grumpy people. But what do I like best? I don't know. I guess helping the people, you know, get their medications and learning new things about medications, learning SIG codes. Like 1QD means one every day. There's so many SIG codes. There's so much to learn. I know I'm going to be learning for a long time. So I guess just learning about medications and the new things about medications. I enjoy actually when a pharmacist has to do a counsel of a patient, because then I can learn even more. So I kind of like that. I kind of like the pharmacist doing counseling, and me being right there to kind of absorb what they're telling the patient. The next question, are you still going to church? Well, I'll be honest with you, I haven't been actually to church in a very long time because of COVID. Our church is not meeting in person. They're doing Facebook Lives. And I have been doing that or attending that online. I try to, but if I'm working, I don't. And sometimes I sleep late, and so I don't. So I'm not as religious with church every week like I once was. But my beliefs are still there. So yeah. Another question, how are your kids? I have 2 daughters and they're doing great. My oldest just turned 28 on Friday, the day after Thanksgiving. My youngest is 25. My oldest is living with her fiance still, and they are planning to get married April 17 in the year coming up. So that's cool. They have 2 dogs, 2 Labradoodles named Jax and Bella. And they have a cat now. They just got a kitty cat, little kitten named Luna, although they thought she was a female and recently discovered that she is actually a he. So I don't know if they changed the name or not, but they're doing pretty good for themselves. They've got a house of their own. They've got a camper trailer. They've got land they're going to build someday. Let me tell you, that girl's doing way better than her mama did. But I'm proud of her. My youngest is living with her girlfriend, and they're doing well. I went to her house on Thanksgiving for lunch. We had a noontime lunch, and it was amazing. Her girlfriend loves to cook, which is nice because Kara is a little like me. She doesn't love to cook. We bake. I don't bake often anymore, but that's what I did before. I used to like to bake more than cook. So Kara's my youngest, and she is a senior barista or a training barista. I'm not exactly sure, but she's like the co-team lead of her Starbucks. And my older daughter is a head preschool teacher at a daycare, so she's doing pretty well. Am I reading any good books? That's the next question. Well, I'll show you, pardon me, I'll show you what I've been reading, although I haven't in a little while. It's a Nicholas Sparks novel called The Longest Ride. And I am on chapter 25, page 306, and it's been a good book. I have found that I like Nicholas Sparks, and I like love stories. You know, I was reading more psychological thrillers and things like that, and I do like those, but I have found that I also like the love stories. My next book will be, where did I put it? Probably this one, another Nicholas Sparks book called 2 by 2. So that's what I'm reading. Let's see. Then another question, this one, I don't know. What clues do you think you had that your marriage was toxic? I have mentioned before that my marriage turned toxic, and it was something that I didn't want to see or believe. Not only want to see, I really didn't see. I guess some of the clues I had were downright statements made by my therapist at the time. My ex didn't like to hold a job very well for a long time of our marriage. In the beginning, he would quit if he didn't get along with the boss, and he did that a lot. And I was constantly working full time, carrying the benefits for years. I worked there for 28 years. We were married for 26 plus. Were there any other clues? You know, there were, you know, I guess if I think about it and look back, he started leaving the house a lot, saying he was going to go Lyft driving, and he would do that all the time, even holidays and times where I would have liked to have spent with them. He was going out Lyft driving. I don't know. Most of the time, maybe he was, maybe he wasn't. Then there came a time, if you guys have been watching me for a while, you know that he ran a fireworks store, and I did some vlogs from that fireworks store, and I spent a lot of time with him there. Sometimes I would work or do little things or whatever, but I spent a lot of time there when I wasn't at my own job. And then when after times that I was hospitalized and didn't want to be alone and things like that, I spent a lot of time there. Well, one day, out of the blue, he says I can't go there anymore. That should have been a clue. Why all of a sudden can I not go there anymore? Maybe the other woman was going there. Maybe not. Maybe they didn't like me there. I don't know. But I guess that kind of could have been a clue. And just having, you know, I think family tried to reach out. And when I say family, I'm talking like my brother, things like that saw him. I even had a friend tell me, I can't believe you married that guy. He's no good for you. But those weren't, you know, I took my vows so seriously, and honestly, I probably would have worked on the marriage had he agreed to go to counseling, but he didn't want anything to do with that. He already had his new woman, so be it. We're at 13 minutes already. The next question, if you could move anywhere, where would it be? That's a good question. Once upon a time, I would have said Upper Peninsula, Michigan, and I think I would still have a summer home up there if I could. That would be cool. I think it's beautiful up there. I just don't think I could do winter up there because I think they get even more snow than we do down here. And lately, I've not been doing so well with snow. I swear, the older I get, the colder I get, and the more I want to find someplace warm to be. If you notice, I'm like wrapped up in my little shawl here. Let's see. Next question. What would be a dream vacation? Honestly, I don't really know. I do want to go on an Alaskan cruise someday. And I would also like to visit Hawaii someday, because my sister lives in Hawaii, and I think it would be cool to visit there. Although I have to get over my fear of flying. I do have a fear of flying. I've never flown before. But my dream vacation wouldn't be something alone. I would want my dream vacation to happen after I find a man and have a man in my life, someone to go on vacation with. Yeah. Jamaica, maybe that would be nice. Let's see. And then I think that's all the questions for now. I have a couple other questions, but they have to do with something else, and I think I'll talk about that maybe tomorrow or on another vlog. So I hope you enjoyed my Q&A. If you have any other questions or think of anything else, comment them below and I will answer them on another day. So thanks for watching, everyone. I wish you peace and love. Peace and love. Bye-bye.